Welcome to Sports Adda Live. Salil, what have we just witnessed? Hyderabad has won the match by 4 runs.
Well, it's a tame victory. I think hard work by Hyderabad guys and clearly ruined it by Kohli and team. I think if you can't chase 140 runs on an Abu Dhabi wicket, there's something seriously wrong somewhere with your batting lineup. It looks good, but it doesn't have the strike rate, to counter such scores. And I think that's where they lost the match.
No, rightly put, the batting for RCB is always under pressure. But today the score wasn't that big. It was just that no one really got going. Just to put this across, Virat Kohli 5 runs, Christian 1 run, Bharat 12, AB de Villiers not out on 19, Ahmad scoring 14. Collectively they haven't scored even 35 runs together, the whole middle order. It's just Devdutt Padikkal's scratchy 41 and Glenn Maxwell's fabulous 40.
I think, yeah, with the chunk of scores, yes, Devdutt Padikkal's 40 should definitely be counted. But I really feel that Glenn Maxwell and AB de Villiers and Shahbaz Ahmed at the bottom only scoring with the strike rate. It's not the number of runs you score, it's the
Yeah,
strike rate. So Padikkal scored with a strike rate of less than 100, almost 10 ball difference between. He's played around 50 balls for his 41 runs. And
yeah,
that's basically if you're chasing something at a 7.5 economy, with that kind of a score, you've taken it to a 9 or 10 per over, which makes
true.
it difficult for the oncoming batsman. And I feel, and I said this before, that the match time that AB de Villiers has got on the crease is too less. I have no
Yeah,
clue why would you try a Dan Christian when you have a Shrikar Bharat in form, when you have a Glenn Maxwell in form, and the Shabazz Ahmed can also flick up a few. So
yeah,
I think, quite
yeah.
honestly, they've missed out on this opportunity of sending AB de Villiers. They're keeping him very close and not worrying about and really worrying about throwing his wicket away. Like
Yeah.
it's like the psychological edge for the RCB, and I don't think they should be relying on him so much. Not that they're
Yeah,
winning because of him in this UAE leg of the IPL.
yeah,
So little disappointed on how the RCB have acted there. They've just acted like RCB of old, who goes on to
yeah,
the last over and loses a match. So this should worry Virat Kohli definitely, especially if they end up third on
yeah,
the grid, and they have to play a side like KKR or Mumbai who are on an upswing because they will get wins to get in there. It's not
yeah.
good for RCB's momentum.
You just spoke about momentum here, and it's very, very important that in cricket, once the momentum is gone, irrespective of how hard you try, you tend to fail, 8 times out of 10. So now Virat Kohli, you've rightly also pointed out about the batting order. The shuffling of the players was, out of, question, and it was kind of awkward because talking about Christian coming above an AB de Villiers in such a small chase and yet failing again to contribute hampers his confidence as well. And also in future, we are going to see a change in the lineup, aren't we?
Well, we don't know about that honestly, because I think this flopped last time around and they still tried it again, maybe giving
Yeah,
Christian another chance. I don't think they should try it out. And Dan Christian towards the end would have been more handy because Shrikar Bharat is definitely a good number three option because he's good at his stroke play. And I think
hmm,
even after Dan Christian got out, Shrikar Bharat came in and he hit a few and he got a start. So
hmm,
I don't understand this psyche of keeping in your best players for only playing 3 overs or four
yeah,
overs
true,
when
true.
your top four are in a way ruining it for the chase. So
Hmm,
even if AB was coming to bat maybe on the 16th or 17th over, I really expect him to make 35 runs or 4 overs, and that's something that's doable. Every
yeah,
time you cannot get a batsman in a position where you need to make 12 runs an over, and
yeah,
not many balls to face. I mean, he was struggling to begin with. The boundaries are also quite big. It's not really easy to get it away,
hmm,
and I mean, not that RCB batted really bad, they weren't allowed to bat really well because Kane Williamson shuffled his troops really well. All the bowlers ending up with a wicket. Rashid being
yeah,
the only guy who went for runs. I think
yeah,
that too towards the end. But apart from that, I think all the other bowlers just giving away their runs in the 20s, 21, 23, 24.
Yes,
I
the
think
best
Imran Malik,
economy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Imran Malik for me
6.25.
was the pick of the bowlers because
Yes.
he bowled express pace and
Yeah.
he got 1 wicket. I think he really impressed all of us. So that's some prospect of the future. So it's nice to see a youngster contributing in a victory which has against a team which has players like Kohli, Maxwell, and De Villiers.
Rightly put there. Talking about Malik here, that 1 over, he clocked 151. The next ball he clocked 152, and the very next ball he clocked 153. We
Yeah,
all of us sitting at home got excited. Are we going to see, even quicker? But then he, came back to his cutters, and everyone's comparing his action with the Wakar from the mid 90s. In a very repeatable action, everyone's in awe of
yeah.
him. So a lot is expected of him in the coming seasons as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, quite exciting also to see these youngsters coming in and bowling really fast. And it's great prospect for the Indian pace bowling, the fraternity, so to say, I think, which has really grown in the last decade or so. You can call, Zair Khan and maybe an Irfan Pathan as a torch bearer for that, for
Yeah,
being really formidable as a fast bowler, where India is not really known for that. So
yeah,
good thing that the league exposes us and the audience and maybe the selectors to a lot of new players who possibly are not really seen in a few Ranji matches because you don't get to see them like this at prime time, and
yeah.
very few people watch it. So it's great. It's a fantastic platform, and opportunity given, opportunity taken. That's how legends are made. That's how history is written, and that's how big players can come to the fore. And this is what it is, finding new players. So I think great job there from Umran Malik for his effort. Good job by the Hyderabad team to pick him for the second match in a row, understanding the fact that a youngster needs to be given a chance. And
Yes,
kudos to Kane Williamson for a classical Kane Williamson captaincy in the field. So cool as ice, just bowling those, just shuffling around his bowlers,
yes,
keeping Rashid towards the end, ensuring that Bhuvneshwar is not bowling the second last over. How important was that bowler from that over from Jason Holder, just giving
yes,
5 runs in the 19th over. I think he was brilliant, 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 and proving to be very, very lethal in these final overs.
yes.
And I think even the West Indian supporters will be really happy about how Jason Holder's shaping up and playing.
You've talked very nicely about what Williamson has done today, and the rotation of the bowlers. But you forgot about that run out that changed the course of this match.
That was
Amazing
Williamson too.
gather. Yeah, that was Williamson too. So it's beautiful to see when you're not able to contribute with the bat, right? But you've got your head up high, you're marshalling your troops well, and that run out. That pretty much changed the
Absolutely.
match. Otherwise, the match would have been finished by the 18th
That
over.
really, that really was the game changer. I
Yeah.
think RCB were going run per ball till the time Maxwell started just hitting those balls. I think he really took it to Rashid, showed
Yes.
no respect whatsoever of the Afghani leggy. But at the same time, I think that was the game changer because Padikkal
Yeah.
was really struggling, just try to get off the strike to Rashid, and that's where that wicket went. I think that frustration would be there definitely for for Devdutt Padikkal, and he's kind of kicking himself there. He's not really able to get through. I think one of the big things of this match, Paras, was that Padikkal was he took too many balls. One
Hmm.
ball too many, you can say. Just 52 deliveries for his 41, and
Yeah.
chunk of your deliveries. So how much does that give the other team? 70 balls to play,
Yeah.
and around 100 runs to get. So you're keeping your team in a very, very difficult situation, taking it between 9 and 10 runs an over. So that
True.
wasn't expected.
True that, Salil. Once again, thanks a lot for joining us today and in providing your expertise. Yet again, a prediction going wrong for you. So better luck next time. Thanks a lot to all our viewers. This is Sports Adda Live signing off. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Cheers.